Hi Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. I hope all is well with you and welcome to your July 2023 tarot reading. Let's take a look to see what messages the divine has for you for this month. Also, you guys, while I'm shuffling, I wanted to notify you, because I didn't see it in the Gemini reading, I am doing 25% off of all readings and all spiritual work. If you're interested, you can reach out to me on my IG. You guys have a lot of money-making opportunities that are coming into you, Libra, and I feel like you're having a lot of wish fulfillment and miraculous success. Some of you guys are triggering this for yourself, and others of you are just feeling like the energy is more inclined to going your way in a satisfactory direction because of your manifestations. You could be manifesting your goals to accomplish something. You could have some sort of budget or price set in your head that you may need, and you're easily able and capable of attaining it. Some of you guys, this might come as a surprise to you. An Aquarius or an Earth sign here might give you some money as well. But I see where there was a sense of stagnancy that you went through in the most recent past here. This is something that you were seeking to manifest change from this stagnancy that you were experiencing, whether it was a situation that came up, whether it was a work situation that came up where you needed to budget or get something, something obtained, you're able to do it. The World. I'm also seeing here that there's like a separation from people that you used to connect with too. You could be connecting with one person in particular during this time. They may be coming, from this old world into your new world, making new friends, either a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here, or we do have Capricorn, Scorpio, Aquarius that's coming through as well. I know I said air already. But I am getting here that you will have a lot of good communication that's coming into you too. And it could also be your diplomacy, your quick responses, the way that you deal with even like information that is brought to you, like court situations, legality issues, or any sort of documentations or writings where you have to show up or be responsive here. I'm seeing that you're quick energy, quick action, even your intuitive gifts and abilities that you are using during this time are seeming to help and assist you when it comes to the guidance and where you need to be. You're basically using your energy wisely and not overdoing anything because you have a lot of support and help. I do see that there's someone here because this Three of Swords keeps trying to show itself to me. It was at the bottom of the deck initially and then it just popped out a little bit. There's somebody who's trying to bring you burdens here because they seem to see that you have a lot of things going in your direction suddenly. It feels like just somebody who is a little bit jealous, maybe vindictive, or for some of you guys, this can even be something that is out of your control where you just feel like there's difficulties or delays. But I feel like what's going to happen is somebody's not going to be able to get away with this because I also see where you're letting go of a situation that you were obsessed over with the Eight of Swords. I also feel like this could be energy that's coming in where you realized a while ago that you were in this, you guys, Libra. I'm getting that there was something that you were obsessed about. You could have prayed for change to happen, and then you had change come in, a blessing that came in that changed whatever you felt like was lackluster, stagnant, or wasn't bringing you the fulfillment that you desired. You could be more grateful and appreciative during this time or appreciating this new thing that has come into your life. It's a recent thing. It could be like maybe within the last 2 months that you've received this wish fulfillment, or in Gemini season it came in for you. It could have something to do with love and matchmaking and romantic feelings here. But I do feel like you need to enjoy it more and not be so pessimistic. It feels like there's going to be situations where you might stop and ask yourself if you are in your head too much about the situation, if you're making things harder, if you're making, certain situations bigger than what they may be. And for some of you guys, I feel like it could be that, but it's also about you just practicing learning a new situation in general. All right. I feel like you are very powerful at knowing yourself, but when it comes to getting to know someone new, you're going to have to use a different type of emotional power for that. And I feel like you have the good energy here with the King of Cups, the balance, the ability to be stable enough for someone else to do the coping that you need to in order to do this. It's because of all of the healing that you've done as well. The star also shows this too, and the world. It's like you realize where you need to change your direction, But there's something here, Knight of Swords, be very mindful of like quick communication with someone. This could be where you realize like you could be a little bit better at something. There's something that you still need to walk away from, distance yourself from, leave behind, leave out in the cold. All right. It could be because of a past connection that you were in or a past situation. The way that you had to carry yourself, I feel like, was more protective and more demanding of your time, your effort, and your energy in some way. And the divine is saying for some reason, Libra, that you need to be less aggressive in that area, that this next person is not going to hurt you the same way that this, past person did, that you don't have to worry about that, but that you might be using some of the actions, some of the coping skills that you learn in that situation towards someone else or a different situation. So just be mindful about your actions and behaviors during this time, because you have a lot of promising growth that is ahead of you with the Nine of Pentacles energy. I also feel like there will be a lot of progression when it comes to like abundance, independence, all of the things that you are working on, especially if you're an entrepreneur or you have a side business. I'm seeing that there could be a lot of clientele that's coming into you, but I'm also picking up that there's a lot of security because of what you're investing in. It seems like you're taking care of yourself, choosing to focus on blessing yourself with a lot of opportunities during this time. And it's like the gift that keeps on giving, because even though you are receiving a lot of abundance here, the way that you're spending it, it seems to be also bringing back in more abundance too, which is always good. I really like to see that. And offers as well. You're very attractive and highly sought after, as there seems to be either an earth sign or a water sign here that really does favor you. They care about you a lot. They love your energy, and I feel like they definitely have some strong affection towards you. A lot of growth when it comes to a connection here. But it does seem to come with a cost, with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. There is an imbalance when it comes to equal give and take here in this situation. It could be a financial situation that is separate from this. It takes your mind away from this new good thing that's coming in that's very yummy. But it also brings out and points out the red flags and the unfairness, if you will, when it comes to another situation in your life or circumstances, possibly involving a water sign here, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, an Aquarius, another Libra, Capricorn. Those are the signs that I'm predominantly getting here. Yeah, I get like the overall energy is that there's somebody who is worried about their choices that they have made, because somebody could have gotten themselves stuck in a burdensome situation with you, Libra, and they're trying to get you to be triggered by their decision and choices because they're in the process of doubting themselves. This is somebody who manipulated you. This could have been somebody who randomly started a fight, a battle, a war, an issue, an argument, some sort of obstacle in your way due to financial reasons, with the Eight of Pentacles here and the Five of Swords. It could have something to do with like family, children here, somebody that you were connecting with for a very long time here. There's something financial that's coming up with the situation that is very burdensome to you. This can also be a situation where someone is dealing with a lot of greed and you have a lot of anxiety because you dealt with a lot of trust issues with this person that factor in as it is. Especially if it's an air sign or a fire sign here. I definitely feel like this person brought you a lot of triggers, a lot of anxieties out of you. Is during this time that you learned that maybe you were stuck and burdened, and why you had to make the choice and the decision to get away from what was bombarding you. I was just telling Gemini that, during Cancer season, that during this time, there is some sort of obstacle or thing that we really find ourselves struggling to deal with. And a lot of it this month in Cancer season has a lot to do with the choices that we make and wondering if we're making the right decision. And yours could be wondering if you've really gotten away from this situation or this factor that didn't serve you. It's like how this crow is. Even though this is facing downwards and they have the opportunity to find a solution to get away from whatever is not serving them, we do see for a while that they sit there. They sit there and they kind of contemplate the fact that they are free, because really, how can you cage a crow like this when they can easily weave through, right? You might find yourself being like, I could have resolved this sooner. I could have resolved the matter sooner, or I could have did a better job at it. When all of those factors don't matter, it's the fact that you've alleviated yourself from it. Don't ridicule yourself too much, because I also feel like there's this new energy that has been in your life for some time. I feel like this is progressing. This is signs of progression. Somebody could be breaking free from also an independent way of being into being in a more coupled approach, meaning having two people, so having to be mindful of someone else. It could have been something difficult for them or a struggle for them, but they seem to be the ones that actually bring up this other energy in a way where, like, they might give an example and it directly reminds you of something that you experienced that wasn't favorable for you. Or you could even be presently dealing with this situation when they bring it up to you and you're like, wow, now I see why I had to get away from this circumstance that really didn't serve me or favor me, because there's a lot of factors that I didn't realize where I was being mistreated in these situations. So it's like you appreciate somebody more because they bring out the alarming dark sides to another person that you didn't think was as bad as they really are towards you, because I feel like their greed has become intolerable or uncontrollable, but it's because they see that you're successful here, Libra. Ace of Pentacles, yep. You got that Five of Swords in the reverse that's coming out for the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like you're getting away from stressful situations here, but also that somebody has gotten caught. Some of you guys could be helping to... random. Somebody could be defending someone who possibly got caught doing something. Very small few of you guys. But for others of you, I also get here where there were people who were possibly trying to do manipulative things behind your back while you were out here really busting your behind, doing what you had to do, working hard for yourself. And there was somebody here who, you brought along, you brought into success. You might have even helped at one point with your success, or told or thought that you would help this person, just to find out that, there were some things that you may not have known about that you found out about that factored into possibly why you became very defensive towards this person. Your intuition could have also given you signals about the situation as well, but also to just be very mindful to go towards what's going to lead you to the right direction of significant prosperity, abundance, good health and vitality for yourself, not stressing yourself out about drama. And also, I feel like you are the star of the situation. It's like you're the main character here. And so when you are the main character, a lot of people are focused and fixated on you. You oftentimes don't care necessarily to be so concerned with what people that are presently in your life have going on, because they become temporary. You have to think that when you elevate on such a large scheme like the star in the world with the Ace of Pentacles, significant abundance that's coming into you that could really change your life and your perspective. When you look at your trajectory, those people and those temporary circumstances that are going on causing you stress, they seem to be like very low vibrational, obviously toxic, and obviously, something that you will soon find victory away from. You won't have to deal with these situations for a long period of time. And I feel like Libra is super aware of this. This is why you feel like it's very favorable for you to get the balance that you need to do what you need to do for yourself, and bust out some good stuff at work. Take some time to focus on what is going to bring you prosperity and good abundance and flow. Because I feel like when it comes to depending on some other people during this time, there's people here who are going to be hating on you because of the energy that you're in, simply put, and that you have something good that is coming into you, or somebody that is good to you that is coming in, right? Yeah, this King of Swords on the world. Yeah, you've changed a lot for the better, but I also feel like your perspective of a lot of things has transformed and elevated too. And it's going to change again. It's going to shift again, because I see new partnerships here. I'm also seeing where you're building new connections or better connections with like coworkers and people around you on a day-to-day basis. It seems as though you're going to get away from an energy of like people having trust issues with you, or people in general who you had to have boundaries with, towards better individuals where you can be more of yourself and speak from a more balanced and better approach, you're going to have less problems. I'm seeing Libra. And the first week of July, maybe even the first through the second week, is predominantly like that weekend of the first week here. Very good energy where you start to see that you have less problems. You are also less self-absorbed with whatever it is that you're experiencing. You're more caring towards others and towards yourself in a different way. You're healing yourself in a different way. And whatever you had pent up within you emotionally, I'm seeing it getting resolved in this, okay? Funny enough, you might receive communication, phone calls directly to you from circumstances that you had a falling out with. These are people from your past that you really are not interested in reconciling with. There's this recognition of who they are. You know, you respect them, you appreciate your time that you had with them, but I also feel like you're very happy where you are presently and you're not necessarily focused on the past, but there seems to be something that is from your past who is prematurely attempting to come back in or reach out to you to get some sort of response or to get some attention from you to a degree. But predominantly here, the problem persists. Somebody attempting to slow down your abundance. Your wellness is also being dragged down here too. I would be very mindful to stay protected when it comes to your prosperity, health, and vitality. Some of you guys might wind up getting a little bit under the weather because of how this situation is stressing your body out. It's like triggering all the signs to like catch a cold. But it's like one of those situations where it's like it's warm outside and you have signs of like somebody who has like a flat out flu in October, you know, stuff like that. So those could be direct signs of this person attacking you or trying to energetically hold on to something that's not meant for them. But I feel like they're trying to come at you very quickly so that they can slow down your pace. You know, this could be somebody who's yelling at you from a distance to catch up with you. And then when they catch up with you, they ain't talking about much. They're not bringing forth progression in your life. They're not making you happy. You know, if you find that there's somebody that you're talking to and they're not really bringing progression in your life or happiness in your life, don't be around them. Don't communicate with them. You got this Six of Pentacles that's coming out on the King of Cups. Like I say, you found somebody who's willing to put in equal give and take and give you more effort. I'm also getting here that you have learned, because this Six of Pentacles is a bit unique than the typical Six of Pentacles depiction here. I feel like you have a lot of divine favor. You have a lot of opportunities and ways to navigate, but also you have very rare items and things that you have seen. You know, you have very unique stories to tell. You offer something, you bring something of value here. And I also feel like you're appreciating the things that you have spent your life doing or your time doing or what you have invested in doing. And there's also people who appreciate you more than some people who did at one point in your life, who could be trying to come in and revisit you. And so it puts you in a position where you kind of decide or are going to have to choose to ignore people who want to belittle you or put you in this nostalgic energy of when you didn't have as much as what you have now. And I don't even think you really didn't have that much then. I just think, you know, people just wanted to say something to you, you know? It's giving that vibe. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse and the Hanged. Man, I told you this energy is just trying to come back to take something from you. This is something that they feel like they deserve, but truthfully, I really don't feel like they do. And I feel like it's in due time that you might learn that this person actually deserves less than what you were giving them. They were trying to take everything that you had and then some. These crumbs feel like little pieces of pentacles to me. Like, you know, when somebody's pennies and quarters and stuff, like let's say that this person had like a bunch of coins, you know, in their pockets. You flip them over and it just gets rang out, you know, you guys. I feel like there's somebody here who is trying to suck up your Nine of Pentacles energy, your self-esteemed energy, to take from you, your household, whatever it is that you care about, your businesses as well. So be very protective of your businesses, making sure that You know, if you own your own business and it is an open shop, that you close it up, you lock it up, you make sure everything is good, your security settings is good, because in this type of energy, this is somebody who is wanting to take from you. And it's not necessarily because they don't have, it's just this is what they do to get more of what they want. All right, Nine of Pentacles is somebody that's the independent person who might be coming in like they need a job and fuck around and just really want to, their job is your cash register. You know what I mean? So just be real mindful of that. There's somebody here that you might know of. This is somebody from your past too for a lot of you guys. High Priestess, you could be very aware of this person that you need to be very mindful, you know, who to trust, who not to trust, who gives you certain energy, inklings, and who doesn't. That's what this is giving. It feels like there's a sense of you having some sort of premonition before something happens. So I just want to make sure that you guys stay protected, Libras. And that's happening between the 18th and the 23rd here. It's like a huge glitch here where somebody's trying to, you know, get what is theirs. But I also see you will have a lot of fulfillment and success here with the Knight of Cups when it comes to love and love offers too. You might be very weary when it comes to accepting offers from certain people because of that energy that I just brought up, having to protect yourself, feeling like people are always out to get you. That type of energy. You might be pleasantly surprised with who you're with, because this person, they have their own fulfillment. They're not necessarily the type of person that would be focused on taking yours, fortunately for you, Libra. And I also get here, this person might surprise you and please you with things that maybe you weren't expecting. And oddly enough here, you might even get a little bit upset at this person because you might feel like they're investing too much when it comes to you. But it's a lot of love. And what you discover, like I said, is that when somebody really favors you and really appreciates you, they might treat you differently than what you're accustomed to be treating, especially in past relationships. But it seems as though you also learned that there was just somebody who was really, really lowballing you in the past. Five of Pentacles, like I felt, you really do realize what you need to get away from, what you really do need to get out of the cold from, because with the Magician here, you see that there's brand new opportunities here to have a successful, passionate life that is full, that is whole, that brings whatever it is that you desire, but whatever it is that you need too. And it also comes with that energy of like being very empowered to control your dynamic, your life. You know, there's something about magic that is coming through that's very strong. And you see where you were really getting the shorter end of the stick. Three of Swords, you could have dealt, maybe you're unaware of this, but your last relationship before this person, it could have been a third party situation, or it could have been something where you found out that this person just had one foot elsewhere too. So one foot out the door with you. And you start to like emotionally pick up on the fact that you're moving forward and that you cannot hold this new person to the same settings, standards, you know, things as a last person. Of course, you know yourself and who you're going to remain. I'm not suggesting that you change yourself here, Libra, but there is a specific approach that you have that you will be able to release and let go of, because this new person, they don't trigger that in you. You realize where maybe if you did use it, didn't know that you were using it at the time, but then kind of had a realization or some sort of deep epiphany that came in, you're going to start to change your methods a little bit with this person. I'm seeing there's something that you're taking seriously in your life, and I'm also seeing that you are actually able to properly pace yourself and not be forced to slow down because you're not listening to other people during this time. You know what's meant for you and how to get there, all right? Cards of advice. Cleanse your aura during this time. Like I said, I feel here where the lighter that you are, the more energetic you'll be, the more vital you will be. And I also get here the more productive you will be to society, because there seems to be this encouragement from source to get very creative, to have a lot of fun, to use your energy for like inner child healing and playing, you know, taking yourself to places that trigger a lot of change, a lot of fun. You know, Time for Crayons is like about you drawing your life or creating a new reality for yourself. And it makes perfect sense because with aura cleanse, that's usually when we prepare ourselves for a blank slate. You know, it's like a reset, a restart. you know, if we have some things that we want to manifest for ourselves, this can also be about, you know, planning out what it is that we want to do, how we want to get there, but using it in a fun way, because this approach that we're going to take seems to have a lot of joy. Some of you guys could have children that you need a break from and you need to relax, and it'll actually revive this energy when it comes to using, you know, the sacral in such a way of like creativity, but in a youthful way, okay? I don't see you becoming too overwhelmed. In fact, I feel like you are going to become more youthful than you were before, because you're more open to love. And I feel like there's huge changes that are going to come in for love specifically. You're going to be feeling it in an extremely different way, and you're going to be feeling like you're quickly ready for something to happen, to bring happiness to someone or someone to you here. And I'm also seeing that it has something to do with music, which has a lot to do with joy and happiness. So this could be marriage that I'm picking up on. This could be like children. This can be, you know, somebody taking classes for themselves, like music classes, somebody drawing, somebody realizing that their children or them are freaking artists, are very talented. Like a lot of positive things that are coming in and a lot of blessings. I'm also getting here that you should save your cleanses and the things that you want to do spiritually for those rainy days when you feel bored, because there's going to be this like setting change around you where you really do need to appreciate the weather, nature, time frames, getting yourself away from anything that would trigger depression. It is really what it's feeling like. You know, appreciating life around you is what this is about for you, Libras. And I hope that you enjoy this and that this energy stays with you and that you feel blessed during this time, because you do have a lot of blessings that are coming in, all right? So that was your message. I hope that you enjoyed it and that it resonated with you. If it did, thumbs up the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. I would love to have your energy here for next time. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.